Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I promised you guys that I would do a video on like my carb cycling kind of diet that I do. Also, my apologies if it's loud. I'm currently cooking my first meal right there, which I'll show you guys in literally like 2 minutes here. Now, basically carb cycling, all it is you cycle through like high, medium, and low carb days. I'll go like more in depth about it like later on if you guys actually want to know more about it and like implement it into your own diet and like your routine that you're doing on a daily basis. However, for me personally, like it's not going to work for everybody, but for me personally, it always works, especially because, you know, I'm trying to get really shredded right now. I'm trying to get cut. So by doing like medium, low, high carb days, I can kind of cycle through my carb days based on my training that day and also based on, you know, how I'm looking or, you know, how my weight's going during that week and stuff like that. So like it's not going to work for everybody, especially those who can't handle low carb days. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to make that meal. We'll continue making this meal and then show you guys. It's fantastic. Don't discredit it. So this is going to be part one of meal number one, okay? As I mentioned, today is going to be a low carb day. So in context, to kind of like sum it up, basically high carb day for me is anything over like 200 to like 300 grams of carbs. Medium carb day is around like 200 to 250, and then low carb day is like 100 to 150. So for a heavier individual, if you're like 250 pounds, high carb days and low carb days are going to be different for you. You're probably going to be having more because you're a very individual, right? I'm just a small, you know, very small, petite, you know, 5'11", technically 6 feet. Because it's a low carb day, yeah, it's gonna be like around 150, and I do like to have my carbs later on in the day because my appetite is insane. So we're making up the beef right now, and a little trick, okay, that I learned actually from TikTok. So when you drain this, obviously there's gonna be a lot of fat in here. This is extra lean, but there's gonna be extra fat regardless, right? So what you're gonna do is actually grab some tin foil here and just kind of like put it around the drain.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yes, dude, I saw it from TikTok. It's actually very, and instead of putting it like you know, into the garbage how you would normally do it, never put grease down the drain. It can like clog up the pipes. Terrible situation to be in. Just don't do that. I'm basically just gonna drain into there, wait like 5 minutes, and it will harden, and then I will just throw it into the garbage that way. So there won't be that much considering it's extra lean, if any. Okay, well, just imagine that a bunch of grease came off the pan. I drained it twice. That's usually what you do. Drain it like once or twice. But anyway, as soon as this would be hard, right, you go like this, and then you just go like that, and then like that. Bam. I'm probably gonna have around 150 grams of regular, this is extra lean ground turkey. I probably should have mentioned that to you guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, me and Daniel Lewis behind the camera here. He's actually been feeling a little bit under the weather. Everyone comment down below. Hope you feel better, Danny, right now, okay? No, but this shit right here, okay, extra lean ground turkey, absolute gem. Found it in Superstore the other day. 4 of these like massive things you guys saw at the start of the clip for 10 bucks. So that's pretty cheap. We're gonna have that. I'm gonna have 3 whole eggs, some egg whites as well, some peppers. It's gonna be like under 10 grams of carbs. And then yeah, I'll show you guys when it's done.
Let's go.
Yep.
I'ma fuck that.
Alright, so all the eggs in here, okay. I just make the beef beforehand because I always like to meal prep like all of my protein ahead of time, especially when I don't want to like be in here for a lot during the day. Oh yeah, and a bunch of people commented actually. I can't say especially.
X. You say especially.
I say X, and it's not X. There's no X. Especially. Okay, especially because I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, okay? I didn't actually know I said that.
Yeah.
So I make all of it in here basically with chicken and my beef. I just have this on because as the steam kind of comes up, you get more grease like come to the top. So this is like pretty damp. But anyways, I'm just gonna weigh out basically 150 grams into my bowl here. I'm gonna put on some pink salt and some pepper in my mix here. This should make around 3 or 4 meals, like this stuff right here. Bam, 150 right there. Then obviously never going dry. Okay, we never going dry on this channel. We got ketchup, preferably would be sugar-free, but I do not have any. Just a little bit on there. A lot of people will probably hate me for this, but it goes on every meal with eggs. It's fantastic. Don't knock it till you try it. Edie Smith, sugar-free maple syrup, right onto there. Not too much, because then it overpowers everything, but just enough. Bam. There you have it, folks. It looks plain, but if you make the egg right, like over easy, so it kind of explodes over the whole mixture, it's fantastic. Just make sure. Let's just make sure. Yep. Yolk ejection right there. This is meal number 1. I'm gonna throw up the carbs on the screen. I'm not gonna do calories. Actually, I'll throw up calories too, just because I'm feeling it today. So, meal number 1. I'll see you guys at pre-workout meal. Yeah. What'd you do? What did you do, man? So, this is one of my only carb meals of the day. It's like a snack. It's barely a meal. But because this is gonna be a pre-workout kind of thing, I need some carbs because carbs get you the pump, and the pump is immaculate. And that's all I really strive for on a day-to-day basis. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have one rice cake, one pathetic plain rice cake. If you want, get a chocolate rice cake, chocolate chip rice cake, that is. Those are fire, but they're always sold out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab some jelly or some jam. Okay, basically all I want is quick digesting carbs so that I can just basically go to the gym and use these carbs. So you're gonna put the jam right on there. This is actually reduced sugar. There's like 25 calories per like 15 mils. So I'll just count that as like one serving basically. Put that right on there. So like I said, this is gonna be like my only snack, or one of, I guess. Post-workout, I'm gonna have carbs as well. Then, because I just made that, I'm gonna have that on the way to the gym while I make this and have this pre-workout concoction. 1 ice cube, okay. We're grabbing the pump stack. Absolutely need the pump today because I don't have that many carbs in my system. So this will make you explode in the gym, FYI. So start off, do pre-workout, 1 scoop of that. We're mixing flavors. This is blueberry pomegranate mixed with orange, so
orange blueberry pomegranate.
Alright. It's not bad. Like it could be better.
Good.
Orange and mango, or orange and blueberry is pretty far. Okay, then just 1 scoop of the pump. Again, pump absolutely mandatory. Then, last but not least, we got the pink salt. Always pink salt. Again, you can put it in your hand, or you can put it right in, which I'm going to do today, just because I'm drinking my pre today. Okay, you're just gonna mix that all up. Then I'm gonna have this while we. I swear to God, he does that every single video, man. Every single video. If you guys didn't know, he hits his bowl every time he wants food, but it's not time. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna drink this on the way to the gym. If you guys want anything, code Bret, link down below. And yeah, arm shoulders today.
Yes, sir.
All right. So starting off with military press, like I mentioned, we have to really work on this during this phase. I feel like we haven't done this in what, 4 months? 5 months probably. Yeah, probably gonna do 4 top sets of like 8 reps. Not anything like too taxed on the CNS or the body, considering we're like 4 workouts back from deload basically. So can do 2 or 3 more sets of this weight, drop back down, do a drop set, and then yeah, shoulders, arms. So a lot of work, a lot of volume. A lot of people don't actually like know the proper form for military press, so like I'm not perfect either, but a good indicator, kind of like just walk up to the bar, and then wherever your shoulder kind of caps out at, that's where your hand placement should be, considering you just want it just outside shoulder width. If you're doing anything closer in, you won't get that full range of motion because it'll be hard to walk out, and if you're too wide, that'll put a lot of stress on your shoulders. So kind of like play around with it, whichever's like best for you, obviously. But yeah, back off set right now. finishing off shoulders. Good tricep. Got it from JPG, the man himself. Okay. Basically, just doing rear delt. Then we're hitting a side lateral. So basically hitting all three kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Parts of the shoulder. Okay, so rear, medial, and the front. And then yeah, we're finishing off with just front, cable front raise basically. 10 to 12 reps each, 4 sets. And then we'll do
bicep, tricep.
Yeah. Only put in like half a cup of water or milk. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Protein ice cream. There's probably like 350 calories. I'll throw up the calories and the carbs on the screen right now. This is probably gonna be my highest carb meal of the day. Probably the most important as well because it is post-workout. So I do want to replenish my glycogen and my muscles in general with good carbs, good protein post-workout. So it's not completely finished until I do the test of the ice cream. Okay, here we go. We got like 2 scoops protein. I'll just throw up the ingredients right here if you guys missed it. Yeah, it's gonna be post-workout meal. Probably gonna have 2 more meals, maybe a snack. Again, I don't really do too much on low carb days because my energy is pretty low. That's why we only did arms and shoulders today. Like chest and back or legs, I probably won't have any low carb days until like deeper into the cut. But I'm going to grab this big ass spoon right here, sit and eat this meal. Taste test. Need a good protein as well. Put chocolate mint in this one. Salted caramel is probably the best, or like a chocolate in general, but look at this thing. Size of my goddamn head. 350 calories. Alright guys, I'm making my last meal of the day right now because I'm putting it into the refrigerator, or the freezer. I used to make this meal all the time. It is frozen Greek yogurt. It is absolutely phenomenal. High protein, low carb. I'm probably gonna have it high fat as well. Gonna add a bunch of shit. So all you're gonna need is Greek yogurt. Okay, I'm gonna use 300 grams because we are having a lot of protein today. I'm weighing out all my meals today because I wanna be precise. So 300 grams. Okay. Then you guys can use whey protein if you want. I already had whey protein today and casein. Slower digesting protein. It's better to have this before you go to bed because you're sleeping and you're not eating while you're sleeping, of course. So it's better to have something that kind of like slower digests in your body. That's why I have casein before I go to bed. Just 1 scoop. Cookies and cream. The goat right into there. It'll make it super thick too. Stir that up real good. Okay, this is super thick. Like you could eat this right now. Like that's incredibly thick. This is crazy. As soon as it's all beautiful, you're gonna grab it, open up your freezer, somewhere that's cold. You're gonna throw it in there. You can set a timer if you want. Don't leave it in there for more than 3 hours because it will become rock hard. It's fine. You can just throw it into the microwave and then make it that way, but it kind of like ruins the fact of it being ice cream and being hard. So 2 to 2.5 hours will probably be the sweet spot for that, depending on how cold your freezer is. But that's gonna be my last meal. Now I'm gonna make my second last meal of the day. Pretty plain ass meal, gonna be like a chicken and turkey salad. I'm gonna whip that up right now, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Okay. All right, guys, there you have it. Okay, meal number 4. This looks pretty plain, but this is honestly my favorite meal of the day besides the protein ice cream and the Greek yogurt. So technically not my favorite meal of the day. But this is a big bowl. As the cut goes like longer and I start being lower on calories, this bowl will probably turn into this bowl right here. Okay, so 2 times the size basically, because I'm gonna just fill it up with lettuce and a bunch of vegetables because that is what fills me up. And volume is super key, especially when you're cutting and you want to be full for longer. So yeah, this is the meal right here. Calories and carbs and everything are gonna be up on the screen right here. High fat, high protein, low carb. That's basically the narrative for this video, I guess. Considering every single meal is basically high fat, high protein, low carb. So, oh yeah, and also diet tip. Get Diet Pop or like bubbly or... Did you take some of my pop? Nope, I found it in the fridge. Dude, that wasn't me, man. Diet Pop, bubbly, sparkling water, anything that's like low in calories, basically. Coffee as well. Anything that will like kind of either suppress your appetite or hold you over for longer. That's usually a really good thing considering you don't want to drink a calorie. So anything with like 0 calorie or like 10 calorie drinks like Powerade Zero or stuff like that is very good on a cut. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna eat this and then meal number 5. Thing's a rock. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here's what we got going on. Concoction, okay. I put some berries in there. You guys already saw I put peanuts, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Then we have the frozen mixture here. That was in the freezer right here for like 2.5 hours, considering it is now 9:30. Okay, 9:30, 9:24 to be exact. And I put this in at 7. So if you put it in for anything longer than like 2 to 2.5 hours, it's gonna be super hard. It's already like pretty hard, like I beat the shit out of it. You see like the chunks there. But this is phenomenal. This is probably my favorite meal of the day. I do have carbs in this meal, even though obviously like today was a low carb day. My numbers were, now that I brought that up, 223 grams of protein, 119 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat. So I knew I was gonna be between 100 and 150, so that's kind of good. I don't have to hit like an exact number. That's not really the point, because if I be too strict with myself and I can't like even, you know, go out of the numbers some days, it drives me insane. And I don't need to do that. I'm literally just getting shredded for fun, basically. Like I'm not competing or anything. So yeah, that is going to be the last meal of the day, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, sub if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye, love you. Bye. Say goodbye. Ah!